Good day everyone, my name is Darcy K. Gian from Basic Math 3 and our topic is logic and set theory. And I was tasked with reporting on the fundamental concepts of sets and elements. Before we delve into the main definition of set, I'd like to explain why we needed to study the concepts of sets. Sets are the foundation of modern mathematics and they are used to define a broad range of mathematical objects. It is especially important for us to master its concepts because they are the building blocks that will serve as our foundation for learning complex mathematical concepts. Would you agree? Examples include algebra, calculus, and computer science. Right now, let's start with a definition of a set. A set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects that can be considered objects in and of themselves. In other words, a set is like a box where you put different things, but each thing inside is different from the others. It helps organize stuff and do math things like putting things together or taking them apart. Please look at the representation on the right side. For example, set of numbers 1, 2, 3, small letters A, B, C, or set of elements x such that x is a prime number less than 10. Simply put, all natural numbers that are divisible by 1 and number itself that is less than 10. Now let us examine the notation and representation of sets. Sets are typically represented by capital letters A, B, C, and etc. Elements are listed within curly braces separated by commas as one way of representing them. So consider the following example. If sets A and B contain curly braces as well as objects separated by commas. And speaking of elements, the objects contained within a set are referred to as its elements or members. Yes, these are the objects separated by comma. So consider the set A, which contains the elements 1, 2, and 3. So basically, the things mentioned earlier are what we call the elements. So let's try to break it down. If an element is one of the objects in a collection, it is considered part of that set. For example, I have a lipstick and a brow, which we can classify as a set or collection of cosmetics. The symbol, the Greek symbol E or the epsilon, is used to indicate membership. Refer to the following example, which is read as 2 is an element of set A. Otherwise, if an element is not in the set, the symbol, not an epsilon, is applied. For example, 4 is not in set A. Now, to broaden our understanding of sets, let's look at the common sets in mathematics. The first is natural numbers, which can be read as the elements of set N, being the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. Another example is, or another common set in mathematics are the set elements of integers, which include both positive and negative numbers, including 0. Then we have rational numbers where P, Q are Z elements with Q not equal to 0. Then, the real numbers is the set of all rational and irrational numbers. And finally, the complex numbers or set C contains all numbers of the form a plus b times I, where a and b are real numbers and I is the imaginary unit. So the types of set will be discussed by my group mates. So thank you. That's all for my part, and thank you for listening.